Welcome back to Dark Points, everybody. Yes. Isn't it a beautiful, relaxing day? I feel like we should do something special. Maybe we should go fishing. Yeah, that's right. Let's go fishing. I. Alright, so I decided I'm going to play every free fishing game that's available on the PS4, and I did it. Starting with Dovetail Games Bassmaster Fishing 2022. And here we're learning how to steer the boat. It's very exciting. So I started this because I had to play Dovetail Bassmaster and reel fishing for my last Leaving Soon video. And I thought, wow, if I gotta suffer through these two, I might as well just do them all. And then I had to find out how many there were and do the logistics of that. And, thankfully there's not that many, because fishing games especially, are either free or they're like $60 and they never go down. It's weird that way. But anyways, Bassmaster Pro Fishing is okay. It's the middle of the road. I don't like the pulling the lure through the water, and I honestly had a real hard time. I lost a lot of fish, as you can see there. Yeah. Alright, and now Reel Fishing Road Trip Adventure, as I mentioned. Yeah, it's a fishing game. No, it's not. Okay, what is it? It's one of those games, one of those Japanese talking games, where people talk, and they talk, and 10 minutes later... Yeah, they're still talking. So... Okay, you can see there's a camper in the background and a tent. It's looking hopeful now that there's going to be some kind of fishing happening at some point. But it was 20 minutes of talking before I finally got to this point. And this first fishing lesson was mostly a tutorial, but I have to admit, this was fun. This was actually better than Bassmaster, a little more intuitive. I was able to understand it when your string or your line turns red. You gotta let off the handle a little bit. Yeah, it was fun, and then I got a fish. Yay! There's the fish, look at it. And then now back to talking. And they talked, and they talked. They talked for 5 minutes, and I waited for more fishing, but then I just turned the game off and deleted it. Alright, moving on to Rapala Pro Series. Now, I'll just say it right off the bat. This is my least favorite of all the ones I tried out because of the mechanic you are about to see. There it is. There it is. You see what I'm talking about? Remember back in the PS1 day or before that when people didn't understand how to make sports games, so they just... I should say, they didn't understand how to translate sports into good games. And that's what happened here with this button mashing stupidness. Look at this thing. It's like golfing, but even worse. And yeah, I mean, it's sped up now, but it took me so long to figure this out. And then when I finally got to fishing, it was more of a rhythm game again, and I was able to catch some fish, so that was nice. But blah, that's what I say to that one. Okay, moving on to Legendary Fishing. This one also started really weird with... your character is facing the land, and there's a little bit of water in between you and the land, and you're casting into it. I presume you're in a boat, but whatever. It's easy. It's super arcadey. It reminds me of a game you would find at a bar. Kind of like those big game hunting games. This is it. So you just have to keep the fish within that circle while he struggles and fights, and if he gets a little bit out of the circle, you can control with the L button or the R button, or the toggles, sorry. But this is it. It gets tedious, though. Look at how long this fish has been on, and that was the first fish. It gets longer, but I liked it. Okay, now, Fishing Planet, the ultimate fishing simulator. I was excited to play this one, but then I was super bummed when I got to this screen and I have to register my email. Now, I don't even know what's beyond that, but this is supposed to be a free-to-play game, so I presume that's all they want. However, I didn't have to bother with that anyways, because there is another Fishing Planet game. Free, without that part of it. The Fisherman Fishing Planet. Yeah, you don't have to sign in for this one, and look, there's the Fishing Planet, looking beautiful. And here we go. Casting is super easy. There's no dumb underwater segments where you're fighting with the fish, but, then again, maybe I like that too. This is the exact opposite of Fishing Legends. You cast your rod, and you just sit there, and you wait for your controller to vibrate, and then you pull it in with, I believe it's L2. Super simple, but more of a real fishing simulator than Legendary Fishing is. I appreciated them both, and those two were the best of the bunch. However, of course there's going to be one last game. Of course there's going to be. And it's going to be weird, because it's me. Yes, I thought about it, and there is an actual fishing game that I have played, that I have completed. And that is Dynamite Fishing. I know it's not a fishing simulator, but it is a fishing game. You drop dynamite into the water, fish die, they come up, you collect them. You use all sorts of crazy power-ups. It's definitely a phone game. It reminds me of, what was that, Sky Walrus or something? It's definitely a phone game, but it's really fun, and you can actually play it for, I think it's like 5 cents on the PlayStation Store. Yeah, I just liked it. Look at my character throws a nuke into the thing and blammo! I love that animation. But there you go, Dynamite Fishing, and those were all the. Oh, I'll get relaxing now. Those were all the fishing games that I recently played that I didn't have to pay money for. Thank you for watching Dork Points, everybody. I hope you had a wonderful time looking up at the clouds and fishing with Ron. Fishing with Ron. Out on the water. Fishing with Ron.